Hello and welcome back to the design thinking playlist. So in this playlist, we will discuss about the business context of the design thinking process. So till this moment, what we have went through is the design thinking process, how design thinking process helps the organization, helps the people and find the people centric products. Now, these are the one side of the design thinking process that we can think of the solutions, we can understand the problems, and that's on the human centric side. Now, let's today talk about the other side of it. It's the business side of it. How organization can do their businesses or can think of some of the questions. So, I am today coming up with some of the questions and some of the prerequisites for the design thinking process. Each step. So today we will discuss about the first step, and that is the chemistry, and that's understanding of the customer. So what we will do it today is we will went through some of the questions that business questions that came up when we were thinking or when we are doing the chemistry step or understanding the customer step. So let's make it design thinking simpler today as well. So let's just quickly recap on the step number one, chemistry, and that is chemistry. As we all know, chemistry is the heart of design thinking process. As we went through the each and every steps. What we learned into the chemistry step, and that's the techniques and the artifacts. So techniques are what we have went through is the observations, interviews, and diary studies. In after doing this techniques, what are the artifacts we came up with? We came up with the couple of artifacts like customer journey map, experience map. So all these things we can came up with this particular step. Now let's connect the business context with the understanding of the customer or the step one as a chemistry. So there are some questions that come to our mind when we think of understanding the customer. First one is what part of the customer activity you would like to focus? Because see, customers are doing plenty of activities. So in those activities, which one we need to choose or which one we need to focus on? Because they have multiple problems with the multiple activities. So which one we need to focus on? So that answer we need to have it if we go with the business context. If we go ahead, then why do we need to solve that particular problem? Let's say we selected one activity where we can solve the problem and we have some ideas to solve that particular problem. So we need to answer the questions like, why do we need to solve particularly that problem of the customers? Do we have answer of it? We have to have answer of these many questions, then and then we can go ahead and implement it. So if we go ahead, then what is the final goal that customer is achieving? Let's say they are doing some processes, and we are observing them. Let's say as a technique, we are observing and we are writing down the notes. So what are the final goals that they are achieving? So that we can in the customer journey map we can include that, or in a broader way we can think of that. Okay, these are the final goals that customer is achieving. We need to help them getting this activity done properly. So final goal or the business goal is most important. This is for customer. And the same way, what can we achieve on our side as a business side long term for us? Let's say today we solve it, we have a couple of clients, that's totally fine. But what if we can scale? If we scale, how many things we can get it? How many business achievement we can have it? At least a small idea we do have it on our mind while doing this particular step. What methods do we need to use? As I said, we can do observations, interviews, diary studies on the step one, but we need to choose it properly based on our insight. What insight we needed as a company? Based on that, we need to uh, choose a method from where we can understand the customers. So that's the reason this question is also very impactful. Who do we need to talk to? As we said in the last session as well, we need to talk to a real customer, not the dummy customers. So this is also very important thing that we can never forget of. And what questions do we need to ask to? As let's say we are doing interview with the customers, how many questions, what questions we need to ask to them? So that can be the questions list that we need to make it for. Maybe it may be a different list for some of the group of customers and different list for some of another group of customers. It is totally based on our research analysis or the method that we have chosen. So these are the basic questions that we can think of while doing the step number one, chemistry on the business context. So who do we involve? Let's say on our side or anybody's side. Let's say I need to understand the customers. So who do I need to involve in that particular step? So we need to involve definitely customers. In this step, we need to involve customers anyhow. Okay, we need to involve the people who are decision making in our company. So let's say maybe product head or the company CEO or CTO who has the decision making authority. We need to involve them because this is a very basic and first step. Everybody should be aware of. CXO people as well, they can join it. So ultimately we need somebody who can make the decision, and definitely a project team, the team who will work on it in the future, maybe not now but maybe in the future. So all project team members, project managers, designers, developers who can available, everybody can be part of this particular step, so that we can get the variety of suggestions and variety of the techniques and the mindset from the people. So these three things we need to involve while we'll start this particular process. How much time? Sometimes people ask me how much time it will need and what is the bandwidth that we are think of step one to be finished, and that's technically 2 weeks. So it varies from 2 to 3 weeks, but it's a 2 weeks. So 2 weeks of time there where we can go ahead and interview people, we can build artifacts, and we can share with the CXO people. So this technically take the 2 weeks. So that's why I put the approx timeline as a 2 week. And last but not the least, we have prerequisites. Prerequisites for the step one, chemistry, understanding the customers. Prerequisites are whoever is involved in this particular step, that all the people should know how people study works. So they need to observe the people, they need to write it down, they need to observe the emotions of the people. So this way, this is the prerequisite. If people know about it, it will be really helpful to get to know customers quickly and effectively. Research scenarios, everybody has to think of the different scenarios on the research side. Who are the people we need to interview, which methods we need to take it on the research side. So all this can be the prerequisite, so people should know this. And sector update, let's say we are solving the problem of particular one sector, then that particular sector's update we need to have. Let's say healthcare or the uh, legal tech or the hospitality, any sectors that we are serving, that particular sector's update has to be there. These are the prerequisites for the step number one. So I think that's, if we can think of all the questions that we have seen, we can think of who need to involve and the prerequisites, then it will be a really easy to understand this particular step as an business context as well. So I think that's pretty much it on the slide side. But if we can uh, talk a little bit more on this. So design thinking is a process of finding the solutions of the problems, but sometimes finding the solution also may get business context, losing the business context. So we also need to think of the business context as well in this world. So if we are connecting these two parts, one is the proper process of design thinking and one is the business context. So connecting those have plenty of questions and plenty of methods to do it. So these are the things, these are the questions and the prerequisites that we talked about. If we can utilize these questions properly, if we can implement the prerequisites and the timeline properly, we can get the excellent results on the step number one as a process on the understanding the customer, as well as we can get some reports to the CXO level people to show the business context. So this will help us widely on our organization. If your organization is big, small, so this can help to see the visibility of the business context as well. So this is for the step one. Please like and share my videos, and also we'll meet you in the next step and we'll discuss about the business context on that step as well. So thank you so much for joining. Bye bye.